Hey ladies, Debbie Holloway here, WiRE Wednesday, and today we're going to be talking to Robin McCary. I'm going to join her done with her marketing. So let's give her a second to see if she joins. All right, let's see who's here. Hey Sheila McGraw, are you still down enjoying those grandbabies? I bet you are. I'm going to see if I can get what works. We got a few more of you joining. That's great. Hey, Sophia and Ella and Norma. Glad you're here. Just waiting for... Hi, Coach Amy Lassen. So I don't know about you guys, but it is a wet and miserable day in Kentucky today. Lots of rain. Would love a little sunshine. However, while we're waiting for Robin to join me, I do want to say to you guys, next month, we're going to be talking about online. Who's doing something online that you want to share? Because that...
There you go.
I don't know what I did wrong. I was there.
I don't know. I couldn't see it. Maybe others could, but I could not see you at all, my dear. But that's all right. I know you've got a ton of great stuff, so let's just get started right now. First of all, Robin, tell them who you are, where your market is.
I am Robin McCary, and I am in Southern California in Burbank, which is part of the San Fernando Valley. So I work the whole San Fernando Valley, and
So
most of my business.
Give me some towns.
Burbank, Glendale, La Crescenta, La Cañada, Toluca Lake, Pasadena, out into the West Valley, the Encino, Sherman Oaks, Sunland, Tahunga, all of those areas around there.
Excellent. So for referrals, please remember her if you've got somebody moving to those areas. I have a huge list of things that she shared with me that she does, and she's got this unique perspective, I think, of taking her Geo Farm and making it her database of past clients. And I think that's a phenomenal idea. So I think to get this started, Robin, how did you get to where your farm was also your database of past clients? How did you do that?
Well, when I started, it was the only thing I had was my Christmas list. So I worked off my Christmas list, which are my sphere of influence. And so I started mailing to those people. I would door knock just their street they were on, and just started incorporating all of that into my sphere of influence. Parts of it became my farm. And then, of course, they became clients and past clients. And it's just kind of fed out from there.
Well, what's so great about it is it's all in one place. So it's got to make it easy for you. So let's start with what are some specific things that you do to stay connected to that group?
Well, when I first started, I started mailing to my sphere of influence, past clients farm area twice a month since the beginning. And I would also incorporate then, I had 2 standard mailings I would mail. And then I would also incorporate if I had a listing for an open house or something like that. So sometimes it might be 3 times. But I did that since I've started in real estate. This year with you and my coaching, because I've done it for so long, we have dialed that back to just once a month.
So you mail once a month. Tell us how many do you mail and what does it cost?
So I mail, it's about 1,000. So it's 64 cents a card. And I do have a nice stock card. It's part of my branding. And so that's about $640 a month.
So $640 a month. And you were doing it twice a month.
Yes.
And now you're doing it once a month. Do you have any samples of the cards that you could show us?
I do. Let me see. So this is what I call my seasonal card. Now this has to do with every season of the month. So this was the Valentine's card we sent out this past month. So can you see that?
Oh, yeah, very pretty. They always seem to have a very vintage look to them.
They do. That's just really represents who I am, I guess. It's a real reflection of who I am. And I love it because they've been receiving these for so long. When I door knock, they know who I am. They love to have a conversation. The feedback is they keep them. They put them on their dining room table for the entire month. So I'm there present with them that entire month.
And they are very attractive. I like the way you do it. And I think it may well speak to who you are, but it obviously is resonating with the neighborhood. Because I think in deciding what we want to send, we want to make sure that it resonates with the client as well, and I think it does. So you've been doing the postcards. Now, you also talked about door knocking. How often are you door knocking?
So I door knock, I try and do it, well, I try and go out at least 3 times a week, but I try and hit everybody at least once a month, and I'll do a market update or a sold postcard. I was looking for my market update.
Okay, so if you're door knocking, if you're trying to reach everybody once a month, you're door knocking quite a bit, because that's like 1,000 people a month you're reaching.
Yeah, but it's real simple. I can get in an hour, I can do 50 doors.
Wow.
That's pretty easy.
Okay,
yeah.
So when you door knock, if no one's home, is there something you leave behind?
I do. I have, this is a market update, and we're actually going to tweak this a little bit. My title person was here yesterday. We're going to put my name and branding up here on front, so we're going to tweak it a little bit. So that's the part front. And then the back is very simple, that it just has the price per square foot, the median home price. And this is specific to that neighborhood in Burbank.
Can you hold that a little closer to the screen?
Sure. Per month.
Just, there you go. Okay, and I know the numbers are backwards, ladies, but at least it gives you an idea. So if nobody's home, you leave the card. Now, if somebody is home, what is the script that you use?
Well, I'll backtrack a little bit. If nobody's home, I do a handwritten note on here that has the date, because I want them to know I did it, that it wasn't just thrown on their front porch. So I handwrite the date and I say, sorry, I missed you. And that's all I put. And then I slip it in their door. If maybe they have something really outstanding during the holidays, a decoration or something like that, I might mention that. I just want them to know that it wasn't a hired person that's just throwing it on their doorstep.
Excellent.
So that's what I do with that. And then the script is just, how are you today? I'm Robin McCary. Most people know me, but if they don't, I'm Robin McCary, a local real estate agent. I'm here this morning to talk to you about the market update and what's happening in the market. And I hand this to them. And I just go over the stats, get into a conversation, and then it depends on where it takes me. If they're open to it, I ask what's happening in the neighborhood, if they know of anyone that's thinking of buying or selling, because the inventory is so tight. And I don't use that verbiage. I use the layman's terms, and just see what I can get from them. Sometimes they tell me everything that's going on with the neighbor. Sometimes they have nothing to say. And then I usually end it with, well, what we know in life, the constant is change. So if anything changes with you or any of your neighbors, please reach out to me. I would love to help you. And I give them my card.
So how long of the postcards and the door knocking did it take before it really started to pay off for you?
Postcards and door knocking, it took some time. It's like a year or two. I was fortunate to have a lot of business my first year, so my past client grew quickly, and those referrals grew quickly. But as far as getting it directly from the doors or the postcards, that took some time. I actually got a call yesterday, a come list me call for tomorrow, and they've been getting that for like 8 years. And now,
but you'll do, how many deals will you do, or did you do last year in that farm?
In the hiring farm, it was 2, 4, 6, 8.
8 deals?
8 or 10. I don't know, Debbie. I'm sorry. I should know that.
Okay. Well, let's say for round numbers, let's say it's 10, because as your coach, it's 10. So,
yeah.
And what is an average commission check?
Oh, that average commission check is about $65,000.
About how much?
$65,000.
Your average commission check in that neighborhood is $65,000.
In the high end. And the other one, in the lower part, that is about 24.
So let's average the two and say it's 40. So 10 deals at $40,000 commission check would be a lot of money.
Yeah.
$400,000. So it
Yes.
obviously pays for itself. As coaches, we always say the goal is to have everything you do give you a 5 times return. You're definitely getting a 5 times return on that. Now, Norma has asked, would you show that postcard again, the front and the back, a little closer to the screen? She'd like to see that again, and I don't blame her. It's a great postcard.
The market update?
Uh-huh.
Or the, okay, that's.
I think it's the market update she wants. So that's the back of it. Okay. And then what does the front of it look like? It looks like just a really nice looking house. And
Right.
is that a house in the area?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is one of my cells. And on the back, what it has is price per square foot, the median price, and then the total listings for that month. So this is per month.
Okay. Okay, so now you also, there's some other things you do in the neighborhood as well. I think you mentioned to me some emails. Tell me about that.
We do. We do a newsletter on the first of the month, and we always, it's very personal because that's who I am. We do have some real estate in there. We sent out a Valentine's one the 1st of February. It had a picture of my son and I when he was 4 years old, and there was a little thing about your Valentine. It's not just your spouse, it can be other people. And then we gave some information about where to find flowers in the neighborhood, or gifts for Valentine's Day and things like that. So we send that out the first. And then the second one we do, it's a digital American lifestyle magazine. So there's American Lifestyle magazine, which is very expensive to send. However, this is what it looks like. And you can get a digital copy of it and send out 1,000 emails for $40. And it's all customized.
Okay, 1,000 for $40. Now, I like that you email because it's very much more cost effective. Good for you. I love that you're doing that. If somebody on this that's watching this is interested in finding out more about this lifestyle magazine that they can digitally email, what would they do? How would they get more information on that?
Just go to AmericanLifestyle.com.
AmericanLifestyle.com.
Mm-hmm. And then a representative will help you. And I'm going to have Brianna, who works with me, put together a list of everything, sources, and then I'll have her post a file on WiRE.
Oh, that would be fabulous. That would be great. Yeah. So that's your email. So now you're mailing to them once a month, you're emailing to them twice a month, and you're door knocking them once a month, I think you said.
Once a month. About once a month.
So tell me, now what about phone calls? Are you calling them?
I am. I'm calling them once a quarter, and I'm using the script that my great coach gave me, which is I have a new business coach this year, and she has challenged me to help 50 families in real estate this year, whether it's buy, sell, whatever it is that they need help with. And I really want to meet that challenge. And I would like to know if you're open to helping me with that. And they all say yes, and it's a great conversation. And so then at the end of it, I say, if there's are you okay with me getting a hold of you a few more times this year just to check in to see if there's anybody you know? And they're always, of course, yes.
Yeah. I mean, does anybody say no, don't?
No.
So it's really not a complicated script, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's very natural.
Not at all. All right, so now we've got mailing monthly, door knocking monthly, 2 emails a month. Now you're calling them quarterly. Tell me some other things, because I think there's a lot of other things that you're doing. And what I love about what you've said so far is we're not talking a lot of money.
No. One of the other things that I didn't mention to you, Debbie, when we were speaking, I just thought about it. At the end of the year, I do these little bags. They're just little red bags, and they have like a Trader Joe's thing wrapped in really pretty ribbon with some tissue. And for my top 60 sphere of influence and past clients and those people, we hand deliver those to them. And it just has, sometimes they're not home, and that's okay. We hang it on the door, send them a text. You have a little Christmas goodie on your doorstep. And this is just what they look like. They're very simple. It's like $5 or $6 to do this per bag. That's it.
Okay, so now let's recap that. Where do you get the bags?
I buy the bags after Valentine's Day because they're never available at Christmas time, just Michael's or wherever. They're just the bags with the handle. We print a a label on it, and it has this little, you can do whatever, but it has this little holly wreath on it. And it says nothing about real estate. All it says, with a grateful heart this holiday season, Robin. That's all it says.
Okay. And then what's inside?
I just go to Trader Joe's, and they always have these holiday cookies and things like that that are $4 or $5 a box that are Lux. And then I wrap them in real pretty ribbon, stick my card on them, and put them in some tissue paper inside the bag.
I love that you buy. I love that you buy solid red bags after Valentine's Day, because they're on sale and you can use them for Christmas. It's perfect. I love that.
Right.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Dina asks, she would love to know who publishes your monthly newsletter.
Brianna, my wonderful, wonderful associate in my office. She does it.
She puts it together. If you've got a sample of one you could share with us, it would be great. And if anyone else has a resource for an inexpensive newsletter that looks great quality, please feel free to share it here as well. Okay, so talk to me about some of the other things you do, because I know there's other things you're doing.
But there are. So then the other thing I do at Christmas time, and these are for my neighbors that are very close to my farm, is I do cookie platters. And those are like $10.
And who do you give those? Who do you give those to?
I give those to my top 10 people that refer me.
Okay. Okay. Again at Christmas time?
Okay. Christmas time. Yep.
Okay.
Do that at Christmas time.
Okay.
Then what we did start doing this year, new for us, is we sent a closing statement for all of our clients in January. So they got that. That was a big hit. That was great. Another touch. Lots of response to that. Started this year sending a home evaluation to all my past clients, and I'm attempting to do like 3 of those a day to get those out. And when I say past clients, I also include the buyers of my listings. So I just assume that when they get ready to sell, they're going to use me. So they always get included in my list in terms of receiving mailings.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about your annual home evaluation. Tell me about that.
Well, so that's basically what I was just talking about, is I'll just go in and look on the MLS and see what the value is, and send them a quick letter with that information of where they are, where the market is, and then ask, if you're thinking about making a move, it's a great time. Interest rates are great. Some people are retiring, so it kind of depends on who the client is. That's how I form that letter. So that's new for us this year. And again, I include the buyers of my listings because I want them as my clients eventually. Okay. Then the other thing we started this year was a video, a text email video to our past clients saying happy birthday to them. So it's just, hi, it's your birthday. Hope you're having a great day. So we started that this year. And then one more thing we started this year is, and I got this from my insurance agent, he sent me a birthday card. And so this is it's just from Hallmark. It's hallmarkbusiness.com. And it looks like it's nicely, all handwritten by him. Mm-hmm. And the envelope looks like that as well. It looks handwritten. Mm-hmm. And so these are $2 or $3 a card. But what I love about this is it's automated. Once I give them my database and the dates, we don't ever do anything again. Comes with a real stamp on it. And I know there's a way we can also put a gift card inside of it for like $5 to Starbucks. Mm-hmm. So we've started that this year. So again, to have that.
Talk to me about mega open houses. There's some things you do in your open houses, I believe.
There are. I love the mega open houses. I love them because I like to entertain. I like to have parties. So this is my great time. So we had an incredible open house, a mega open house in a neighborhood. We had like 300 people come through. It was crazy. We had an old-fashioned ice cream truck come into the driveway, blasting Frank Sinatra music. Everybody getting, it was great. Everybody was getting ice creams, and we had cookies inside. And of course we had the bright colored napkins and all those types of things. And here was my postcard for that. We did this open house. And then on this side, it says, I scream, you scream, we all scream. And then on the back, it says, for ice cream.
That's excellent.
And then we had our open house. That was a hit. So this cost me, I was thinking about this. This cost me about $660, not with the mailings, just with the truck and everything that we do. However, I got 2 listings and a buyer from that.
So doing that ice cream thing got you 2 listings and a buyer. That is excellent. Talk to me about what you're doing on social media. What's your social media plan for that area and your database?
Well, again, that's coaching with you is newer to me. So I interact with some of the neighborhood groups in the neighborhoods, right, on Facebook. So interacting with that, posting on that, keeping that social. We're talking about putting together a neighborhood get together. So Brianna and I are going through that right now about what that would look like and how we could do that at a local park. So I think that would be a great idea. So we're looking at that. And Facebook, it's really just touching my clients, you know, staying in contact with them with that, commenting on them.
Well, you had mentioned something to me as well. You really start this process of really embracing them as a client, a past client, with all of the things you do around the closing. And I think there were 4 or 5 things you do around the closing. Would you tell everyone about that?
Sure. So one of the things what we do for our sellers around the closing, once all contingencies are removed, we send them flowers because we know moving day and everything is very hectic. So we send them flowers. We show up on moving day with lunch for them, very simple, with a case of water and some pre-made sandwiches and chips and things. And then we video that. And we put that out there and say, you know, our clients are moving and they hold the sold sign and things like that. So we video that. I also have these little thumb drives, and I don't know if you can see that. Well, it's a thumb drive and it's branded and it looks like a key.
Yeah.
And then my information's on the back. And Brianna puts our video on this of the home, and we give this to the seller. We actually mail this to their new address with a card 2 weeks after they move. So things have settled down a little bit, and we mail them a card thanking them for their trust in us, and we give them this. And then for the buyer, when the seller's vacated the property, for the buyer, we have a basket, very simple basket that has this in it. I put it in a little bag like this. We put that inside. Again, it's branded and it has the video. We leave a card for the buyer and we tell them, you know, we hope you enjoy your home and you can have this forever with the videos. And again, they're on our list to be mailed to. So that's what we do for them. So
let's see. Arusa says, where do you buy that USB key? Where do you get that?
It's flashbay.com. And again, I'll have Brianna type everything up and put it on and reference it.
And it's called
Flash Bay. Flash Bay.
B as in boy, A-Y?
Yes, like a bay of water. Flash Bay.
Okay, flashbay.com. So now to do the flash drives, what does that cost per flash drive?
$6.
So you got $6 with that. You said how much? What do you spend on the flowers that you send?
Those are usually about $70.
Okay, and the wine basket, the basket with the wine or whatever that goes in that is about how much?
That's usually about $70.
Okay, and what about the lunch that you drop off?
About $25.
Okay, so you're looking about $150 for a $40,000 commission check. I think this is wonderful. Now, I would caution everyone, maybe you're like me. My marketplace, the average commissions aren't that high, so you probably can't do all of this, but you can adjust it and make people feel like you really do care, because let's face it, the other agent is probably doing nothing. And if it is your database or your farm, why not? Anything else that you can think of that you do?
Well, one of the other things that I just started doing this year too, and maybe some people know, is I got these reusable shopping bags, and I got those branded. So
and how do you use them?
Well, I door knock with them, and inside of them, here's a bigger bag. It has my card and a pen and chocolate kisses because I love chocolate. but it's weighted. So when it goes in the bag, the card doesn't get lost. So I door knock with those.
Smart.
What I do mostly with them is I carry I always use those when I go to any store, and I carry extras with me. And when I'm in line, I give them in front of me and behind me. So I offer them to the people.
So you're literally taking them with you in the store and giving them out. I think this is phenomenal. Yes. And what I love about it is you just own that area. What you do just causes you to own that area. Now, there's something else that I think you mentioned to me that you're doing on Facebook and Instagram, some kind of a Facebook group page for the area.
Right. Well, there's the one already in the Magnolia Park, and then I have one in the Burbank Hills. And so it's an informational Facebook page to get people to come and join and be a community.
I think that's excellent. I hope that everyone will watch this again, because I know somebody had asked about, would you say the script again that you use? But I know if you listen to it, it'll be there. And would you write it down so when Brianna's posting all of this, it also has the script that you use? Listen, I can't thank you enough. There's some phenomenal information in here. And if you ladies just add one or two things to what you're already doing with your database, and in particular, I love that idea with the key, because on that USB, you could give one to the sellers with a video of the home they're leaving and a copy of their closing statement, which obviously everyone is going to need at some point anyway, and do the same thing for the buyer. I think that's a phenomenal branded piece that you use. So thank you for sharing with us. If you all have questions, please feel free to post them, and Robin will be watching and answer them for you, and watch for her to add all of the details of the things that she does. Robin, thank you. And gals, next week, Reva Mendelson's going to be talking about relationship marketing. So I'll see you next Wednesday on our WiRE Wednesday. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.